Welcome back from our extended holiday break. We've got a lot to fill you guys in on, the who's, the where's, the what's, the, where y'all been? But for the first few minutes, it's just gonna be your favorite thing, Jesse, talking. So if you want to skip past that, go here. Note that if you do skip forward, you might be missing a few details. Is my husband working on the shower?
Hey, I made kind of a mess. Sorry.
You think?
Kind of tore up the bathroom a bit.
You cut a hole in our floor.
And tore the door off.
And we have no bathroom door.
I think it's going to turn out awesome, but we shall see.
Mediocre at best. The mediocre bus. Not really. Our bus is awesome.
I know, a lot of you out there right now are like, this guy's nuts. Like, people shouldn't even do tile in moving vehicles, let alone concrete. Well, I'm doing it. So, you can watch and see it fail later, maybe. That's kind of how I feel about this.
It's all a crapshoot. It's all just making it up as you go along. It's kind of stressful. Just a tiny bit stressful at the same time. A little bit. That's why it's taken so long, because we had no idea how we wanted to do it. Yeah.
And I peed all over the floor.
This is not a build channel.
Drive-through lumberyard at Lowe's. This is new to me.
Well, good day and hello. I know it's been a little while, and I apologize. We just needed to kind of take a break, refresh ourselves, try to get caught up on some stuff, which kind of worked and kind of didn't, but we'll get into that stuff later. Today, the first episode of I don't know how many episodes of the Shower Saga. That's what I've decided to call it because it's been quite the saga. Depending on how long you've been following us, you might know or you might not. We have been in our bus for over 3 years now. Our shower is still not completed to this very day. Even though I'm speaking about completing the shower is still not done. There's still some stuff that's left to do. I just want to talk to you about the mess that is the shower saga. I can't think of a better word than mess. All of these clips that you're about to see are over the course of that full 3 years. At first, we didn't know how we wanted to do our shower, so we just decided not to. The bathroom was functional. Originally, we had made our own composting toilet, which worked well. We decided to upgrade later on to an airhead, simply because they're easier to use and more comfortable, and require less cleaning than the homemade version did. That was a lot more in-depth cleaning when you had to go to clean things, just because there wasn't a vent, for one, so you really had to make sure that everything was covered up and sealed, otherwise moisture was an issue. But regardless, the bathroom was functional. Even the shower was functional if we wanted to like hang up curtains or, chance getting the plywood wet, which we didn't, so we just didn't use it. What we found out is that it is very easy to find showers while you are traveling on the road. National parks, truck stops, tons of places, YMCAs, pools, all kinds of stuff, gyms. Tons of gyms give free like 3 or 4 day memberships, which is long enough for when you're in the area. All you need is an email. So we didn't need a shower. We really didn't. And then when we weren't traveling, we were lucky enough to usually be parked with family. I have family in northern Arizona, which we can park with, and then my dad is in northern Idaho, which we like to spend summers up that way. So we never had to worry about it. But that doesn't mean that we didn't want it finished. So after, I don't know, about the first year or so, we had decided roughly what we wanted to do with the shower, and do probably cedar plank or some sort of wood plank, and river rock was our initial plan, like river rock tile, the dark black stuff. And we later decided against that and decided to go with cedar and concrete. We had just taken an awesome trip up the coast with the kids and parked at my dad's house. They had just flown out. We were getting ready to go get supplies from Home Depot in the bus so that we could load everything long that we needed into the bus, and it wouldn't start. It was quite the story because we got stuck in Idaho almost through the winter. We left on Thanksgiving morning, I believe, and it was snowing outside. And less than 2 days later, the passes were closed. We wouldn't have been able to get out. So we got out just in time. The majority of that story, since we weren't shooting YouTube at the time, is on our Instagram. We had 6 or 7 different issues that were causing a no-start problem that luckily we were able to get ironed out and fix ourselves so that we didn't have to pay a stupid, ridiculous amount of money to get it fixed. We probably would end up having to replace the motor if a shop would have done it, because they wouldn't have diagnosed over and over and over again to be able to fix that, or we would have cut them off on diagnosing money and just thrown something at it. So since then, I have become a pseudo diesel mechanic.
Yeah.
So needless to say, we didn't get to touch it that trip and had to postpone a whole nother year. Well, we didn't have to, but we chose to. We chose to just postpone a whole nother year until we were back up in Idaho at my dad's house. So that's that. That kind of gets you caught up to past where we are currently. This first little bit is when we were in Idaho and we weren't really shooting a whole lot, so we were just kind of documenting things. So here and there, I'll pop in and out, or Lily will pop in and out, and we might explain some things that might need be. And if we don't, and you're like, wait a minute, what? We went from here to here and I didn't get to see any of this, I'm sorry in advance. We didn't do it on purpose. It's just how it worked out. So if you have questions, more than happy to answer them. We might also have to do that towards the end, even though we are currently shooting. And I must confess, I can't find the GoPro right now. I was using it to shoot B-roll footage in there because I can set it on wide, much wider than this lens can be. I don't know where it went. I really don't. The footage is not on the iPad. That's what I edit on, if you guys are not aware. I don't edit on a computer that has like, 2, 4, 6, 8 terabytes. I work on my iPad, which is almost currently full of footage. That's another reason why I haven't been putting out videos, mostly because I'm lazy, because I could really move footage around if I needed to. But we needed the break and I didn't want to have to deal with it, so I just didn't. As long as we find the GoPro, we'll have all that footage. If we don't find the GoPro and it's just missing, or we have lost the footage for some reason, you're gonna miss some context in between on what things happened, how things were applied, each little piece. I tried to show as much as I possibly could, because I know a lot of you out there are curious on how we're doing this, and we wanna be able to help you with that. So this is a big long spiel of me just saying I'm sorry in advance for anything that might be missing, and that it might be a little tougher to watch than normal. If you're not into that kind of thing, you're not interested in and you're not interested in our build or what it is that we did with the shower, and you just want to see the final product, skip this video. Please give it a like first. Drop a comment saying skip, pass, next, back to the adventures. Speaking of adventures, we would love to be back on adventures. We're actually missing Schoolie Palooza while I'm filming this right now because we got snowed in. We have 200 and some yards of driveway that way that is covered in snow, and even if it was plowed, it would be nice and muddy, and it would not be fun to try and get us out of where we are. So, for the first time in 4 years, we are missing Schoolie Palooza. This is also the first time in 4 years since its beginning that we haven't been a part of planning Schoolie Palooza. So we're very detached this year. And for all of you that are there, that were hoping to see us, we are sorry, and we really wanted to see you as well. Hopefully we get to see you sooner than later. A bunch of our other friends didn't make it either. So without further ado, Shower Saga, episode 1.
Whoa.
Go ahead.
It's almost been 2 years, and what do we do for our almost 2-year bus anniversary? We tear it up!
There we go. All right. Used to be a bathroom door and wall there. Not anymore. Here it is from the other side. That's what happens when you have pets and there's a crack that goes in between the door that you just can't get to. That's not bad for 2 years though.
Here's what the bathroom looks like. Pretty much stripped. Completely took the wall down, took the toilet out. We still have to deal with leveling this area out, mapping out some sort of storage for, the toilet paper and wipes and that kind of thing. We have some work to do still. Look at this. Also, sealing up wires in a wet area. This is very thin board, so we need to work on stabilizing that a little bit so when we do put the finishing boards up there, they're nice and secure. And red coat the whole thing, and there's a reason why we've been waiting for 2 years to try and get this done, because it's really like a conundrum of getting stuff done in the right order, making sure you take care of like the little details, because it is a wet area, and you just want to make sure it doesn't leak or cause any damage or trouble later. So yay! We have this excellent plan of using some extra doors that Pop-Pop had hanging out in the barn to make our bathroom door. We're going to put it on a drawer slide on top and a drawer slide on the bottom. However, not until we came out here did we discover that they're MDF. I think that's right. So, you know, once you screw into that stuff, you wiggle it a few times and it's just junk. So we went back and forth and tried to figure out what other options we had for doors. And we talked about buying like an antique door and redoing it and cutting it down to size or whatever. But then in discussion, we said, well, wouldn't it be better if we just made like a shelf that is a door, and when it's open to the bathroom, so we have some bathroom storage, but can still close and open on tracks on the top and the bottom. I think we both really liked that idea of having like some hidden storage in the bathroom where you can only really see it when you're in the bathroom, not from outside. And so Jesse is working on making that shelf. Just making it straight out of 3/4 so that it's nice and strong. This is what it looks like so far.
Looks like a sofa?
Yeah, a sofa.
A sofa.
I think it's gonna turn out awesome, but we shall see.
I think it's gonna turn out mediocre like everything else I make. Mediocre at best.
We made an entire bus and it's amazing.
The mediocre bus. Not really, our bus is awesome.
This is what we have so far. Nice little stand-up bathroom shelf cabinet thing. Rollers on the bottom. So it'll work like a pocket door does, but it'll just roll out. Roll out!
Autobots, roll out!
Moment of truth. Jesse built the door for the bathroom. Let's see if it fits. Measure once, fit it 3 times, right?
Whatever. Whatever he says.
Ooh.
Can you say suck it? It fits perfect.
Whoa.
He
Woo!
actually didn't it up.
Are you talking about me?
No, me.
Oh.
That right there is golden.
You like that?
I do.
Got anything to say about the new door, Jonah?
Do you like pooping in privacy?
Yeah, and yes, siding.
He
And
likes pooping with an audience so somebody can wipe his butt. Because he's all privileged, he thinks he shouldn't have to wipe his own butt.
Jonah just likes it when you say butt.
Hashtag true.
butt! Say butt again, Dad.
Your butt. I told you we'd be popping in and out here and there, so after this part, Frank and Jen from the bus story were up in our region and we decided to stop working on the shower and go have fun with friends, which we're very glad we did. We filmed that video and that was a very good time. We met up with them, we hung out on the lake, we camped out for a while, and then we headed off to another spot and we did that video, which was also an amazing time and slightly chilly, but refreshing. And then after that, we went back to my dad's and we were planning on getting on back to work. But we didn't. We did this instead, which was another amazing time with Frank and Jen. We miss them dearly. They are in southern Arizona right now. I am not sure if they went to Schoolypalooza or not, but they are down there in that area, kind of waiting on us, but currently we're stuck. And also we don't want to leave here for too long because if we leave here, we lose here. That's a whole different story. We'll have to talk about that in future episodes in more detail. But currently we don't have a plan on leaving from this area right now as much as we would like to. So after we took a huge break from that, we didn't get back to work. The remaining time of the summer I wanted to be able to spend with my dad as much as possible, so we did. And then we headed out and went back down to the desert. Had Thanksgiving with some friends, links down below because I don't know how many links I can drop up here, but probably not that many. And well, just watch the rest of our videos in between. We spent some time in the desert and then it was time to get back to work on the shower with a little help from some friends. This has been a very long time coming. That's Bobby and Sharon, Nomadic Ramblers. They went to Yuma today and they were nice enough to pick up almost everything we need to finish the shower. Saviors. We don't have a truck. I can't put plywood in the Jeep. If I did it in the bus, it would be a nightmare. So they have saved us. We were just talking about how amazing you guys are, and you know, thank you so much. How was your day? It wasn't terrible, was it? Yeah, a lot of driving.
Any day I get, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, well, that's good philosophy. Those two are some of the nicest people you could ever meet in your entire lives. Sharon, Bobby, thank you so much. Really, you don't know how much that helped us out. For all you out there that don't know who they are Nomadic Ramblers on YouTube. Go follow them if you aren't already. Chances are you might be. They're wonderful people.
Do we want to know what's going on in there?
No. No vloggerazzi.
No, whoa.
Hello. Tearing some ceiling out. So there was this night, I don't know if you can see it because it's obviously not very bright in here, but right here, the other side was worse, but there was a big bubble in the ceiling because I put these panels in here too tight, so I gotta get rid of that.
Okay.
So I'm getting rid of that. So I didn't check in on this earlier, but I ran wiring. This is just some 12-volt wiring that I ran through here, so I can add lights or anything power I need to these shelves in the future. I also have 12-volt running back to this back corner, which is the same one that runs off of our toilet fan, so I can tap into there. And then I also ran a wire straight forward to the kitchen wall so that we can light up something very special, hopefully all the time. This right here is our Welcome to Flow State sign. There's a long story behind it that involves Nomadic Movement, Jordan and Kaylee from Nomadic Movement. And the sign lights up, but it's old and it's been through some miles, and so it kind of like flickers and stuff. So I'm gonna run direct power to that, so I ran a wire so that I can light that up as well and add any lights we might want there. This wall is in, shelf is framed out and ready to go. It's all screwed in. Then I added furring strips up top here because I didn't have enough from my initial build, not for the ceiling that I'm doing. So I added some more in there. It is gonna take a little bit out of the height area, but if you look, you know, even with ceiling in here, I'll still be fine. So I'm not worried about it at all. Plus the shower is this much lower. So tons of room, no big deal.
Good morning.
It's very dark.
I am your blushing bride.
Ooh. That's not even what I was gonna talk about.
Oh, well.
Ooh, she's blushing. She's blushing, Fleur me. She blushing, Fleur me.
For me.
It's a Monday, so I'm talking like it. Even though we don't really have any way to super celebrate it, today is our anniversary. We've been together 27 years today.
Ooh, I know how we can celebrate it.
What?
We could spend time in quarantine.
That is a great idea. We shall quarantine and chill. Anyway, back to the bathroom today. Anytime you build something that doesn't come with instructions or is something that you're fabricating, it's not like meant to go that way, well then there's 15,000 little things that you need to do before you can do the big things. So I was going to start out today by putting plastic on the ceiling. Then I realized I can't really do that until I know exactly how the walls are going to line up to it. Then it blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. So now I'm working on this back wall. I'm doing another one of these wonderful little guys. I have it spaced out from the wall with a 2x4 right now because that's how far out it's going to stick to match that side. And I've already done all my measurements, so now I need to go lay it out on a board, and then I will have my kind of curve for the roof, because as you can see, part of it is kind of flat now. So building out this piece and the storage for this back wall, making it meet up to this wall over here, and then I can move back that way. Day 2 magically turned into day 3. Told you that was gonna happen. Work got carried away, we got carried away, neighbors were on calls, didn't want to interrupt even though we didn't know it wasn't gonna interrupt, so didn't get much done. I mapped a couple pieces out and everything, but I didn't do any cutting or anything major until today. So I just didn't pick up the camera, and I kind of forgot. Just like I forgot this morning when I was lining this piece all out. So this is the first time in my building that I've ever tried to cut it to fit exact. I took all precise measurements and everything. I showed you guys the angle earlier, how I get the basic curve, but I never tried to do that exact. Well, this time I did that basic curve, and then I went in and took fine measurements, laid them out onto this board, and then cut it so that hopefully it goes in exact. I've never tried this before. I'm not a carpenter. I'm kind of a builder because I built this and a few other things, but I have no idea if it's gonna work or not. So I'm gonna grab this piece and see if it magically just sits in place. there's a 9 out of 10 chance that it's probably not going to. But I figured I would bring you guys along because this is my entertainment for the day. Why not be yours? You want to see if I fail at this miserably?
Sure.
All right, let me grab this piece. You know what would be real funny is if I cut this backwards. That'd be hilarious if it was just the wrong piece. Whoa! Did I tell you our shower flow drops down? That's probably only maybe the third time I've ever almost fallen into the shower. I remember when I was building, I did fall in there once. Get wiring out of the way. I don't know who wired this place, but I'm pretty sure they're not an electrician. Bear with me. Huh. I tried to measure it precisely. I gave myself some extra room, so that worked out how I thought it was going to. But if I would have cut to my original assessment, I think it would have fit a lot better. So we'll pull it back out of here, trim it up again, slam it again, and see if it works. It's close though. And the puzzle continues. I kind of feel like I'm doing a TikTok, but I'm in a bus bathroom instead of, you know, a regular bathroom, and I'm not shooting in a mirror because there isn't a mirror. Anyway, I got carried away working instead of filming. Finished that piece, trimmed it, you know, 9 billion times so it fit in there, and then built this down piece over here, upright piece, whatever you want to call it, and then this little box for the corner. Behind there is going to be a storage that sticks out, and then over here is going to be like a little railing that comes out. So that is next. But that's it for today. A little bit of work to do. Go take showers because obviously our shower isn't finished. I mean, we could shower in here, but I don't think it'd be too good on the wood. So off we go. See you guys tomorrow. Hey, I made kind of a mess. Sorry.
You think?
Kind of tore up the bathroom a bit.
You cut a hole in our floor.
And tore the door off.
And we have no bathroom door.
I didn't cut a hole in the floor. I cut a chunk out of the floor. Friends, family, followers, it's been a few days since we checked in. Yesterday was my birthday. Even though I did spend time working on this, I haven't made a ton of progress that you can actually see. So I've decided not to pick up the camera as much because you don't want to follow me around watching me do 30,000 things that don't really make a difference. So, small things. I added one strand of 24-volt wiring. I painted this wall white. The inside of the shelf unit that goes here, I also painted that white so that the wood on the inside isn't raw. Cut a big chunk out of the floor just now. As you can see, there's still a piece there. Got to get that all cleaned up. I have another piece to cut out, but we're waiting on the concrete to come in that we're going to use. And in the meantime, Lily would like a bathroom door. So I left that piece in so that we can still have the bathroom door. I'll have to pull the bathroom door back out so I can cut it again later. I have to build this level up on the floor so that we're concreting on top of a solid surface. Before there was low E foam and our insulation, so it was a little bit squishy. I didn't want the concrete to set and then crack later from traffic. I'm gonna have enough worries about it cracking being that it's in a moving bus. So, I know, a lot of you out there right now are like, this guy's nuts. Like, people shouldn't even do tile in moving vehicles, let alone concrete. Well, I'm doing it, so you can watch and see it fail later, maybe. Hello, everyone. Again, it's been another couple days. This is why I'm not taking you through every single step, but this time I feel I have skipped a few things, and I apologize. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Hello. What's going on there? Oh my god, dusty cat? That cat's blackish gray on top, not tan. Anyway, I put the focus. I put the shelf in. See? Ta-da! Shelves. There's gonna be a mirror type door that goes over this at some point. Right now it's just cut out. I put the wall in behind the toilet. See? Wall. I have a wall over here. Our vent for our toilet is down there. That goes out this sidewall. So I had to build that out so that it fits. Oh, Lily's favorite part so far. Oh, ta-da! She has a bathroom light. So she's real happy about that. And then work kind of stopped me for a few days. Then I got this one piece in, and then rain stopped us for a couple days. And then this morning I just put this piece in. The bottom of the chair rail, the wall from the bus goes down, dents in, and then goes down again. So building around that, so that I can put either cedar or concrete in this is a nightmare, especially with the angle out that I had to build a little box for the toilet vent. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. So it has this back wall and then this side wall where the vent goes out, and then it ducts back in, comes back to the wall, and then it goes down to the chair rail and then has to go that way. The part that I didn't show you, and I really should have, I'm sorry, is I cut out about 1.25 inches of the back of that sheet of 3/4 all the way down to the last 1.5 layers of plywood. And then I let it sit for a couple days and it started kind of bowing on its own. And then I put it up only because of the rain, moisture in the air, and I couldn't really work on it. So I let it sit, then I put it up here this morning and screwed it in, and now it has this nice little curve downwards. I'm hoping it helps and doesn't make things worse. Right now, I'm gonna build this top piece that covers this up and goes all the way, runs under the sill, so that that's ready to go, whether we do concrete or whether we do cedar there. We're still kind of undecided. I think it's gonna be cedar, but we'll find out. So, quick update. We'll see how far I get. I could get nowhere today. Here's the deal. Shower work is halting for right now because we have to change locations. We weren't exactly planning on it. We knew it was coming because it's getting warmer and we were going to want to go to cooler weather. However, we weren't planning on doing so for like a few weeks. Due to the virus, BLM land, the long-term visitor area, which we're in right now, is shutting down. There is a spring permit that you can get for here that's $75, but they're turning off all the services. The water, the trash, the dump. So what's the point of staying here? So we're gonna go ahead and pack up. I have everything loaded into the shower and stashed away, so that's just kinda gonna be partway done for a little bit until we get to another spot that we can hang out at and feel comfortable working in. So we're getting the bus packed up. We're gonna head out of here.
And thus concludes the episode 1 of the Shower Saga.
Drive-through lumberyard at Lowe's. This is new to me. Speed trim. Everything's kind of up in the air. Jonah wants to talk.
When are we going to leave? What?
You're asking them when you're gonna leave.
No, I'm asking you.
Well, you're looking at them.
Yeah, but when are we going to leave?
Probably the next couple days. Why?
Note that if you do skip forward, you might be missing a few details. This is disgusting. Yeah. Working conditions, am I right?